Okay, yeah, I'm Leno Brown. I'm 32. So I'm a tattoo artist. I'm a painter. You see some of my stuff behind me.
All right.
Basically, this is what I do. This is my lifestyle. I dedicated my life to tattooing. I'm married, 7 kids. So,
Gotcha.
everything, is for them, man. I couldn't be able to raise all of them and support all the people I do without tattooing.
Gotcha. Definitely. So yeah, we'll kind of just start from the beginning. Like, are you from the Houston area? Grow up out
No,
here?
no, no, no. I just moved here actually August 2022.
All right. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Toledo, Ohio.
All right.
That's the border of Ohio and Michigan up north in the Midwest.
Gotcha.
Um, yup, yup. I moved here in August. I plan to move here probably in about 2020.
Gotcha. And why Texas?
Honestly, I just wanted to be down south. I wanted to be around a lot more people. My
Gotcha.
business there, I own the tattoo shop in Toledo. But
Okay.
just over time, I felt like I had hit my ceiling.
Gotcha.
It's a small city, so basically, I already tattooed everybody. All the business opportunities that I thought that I was gonna have had came, and that was pretty much.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, kind of, starting from the beginning, you were born in Toledo?
Yep, born and raised Toledo, Ohio. I was
Gotcha.
adopted by my great auntie. And throughout school, I used to come home looking like this. You know what I'm saying? I kind of didn't really know what I wanted to do. Actually, I had a whole lot of career paths that I kind of wanted to do, but I never really knew exactly what it was. Basically, I started working right out of high school.
Well, real
Or not,
quick before we get that far into it, like, are you cool talking about like, being adopted and everything? I'm sure it's like something in that you can maybe share some wisdom, some info on that.
oh yeah, it's a lot with that. Okay, so my mother was on drugs.
Okay.
My dad was actually an alcoholic.
Gotcha.
I stayed with my grandmother, or my great grandmother, I should say, because my grandmother was on drugs too.
Gotcha.
So I stayed with my great grandmother until she was super old and not able, to really, because I was around. I rode a bike at 2 years old, no training wheels.
Gotcha.
I was around the neighborhood. It was a very, very, very bad neighborhood.
So you
So
you grew up with your great grandma from like early?
early until my great auntie adopted me when I was 7.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, during that time, like, did you have connection with your parents and everything, or like, was it distant? Kind of talk about that a little bit going through that.
Okay, so basically with my mom,
And definitely as much as you feel comfortable sharing.
no, it's fine, man.
Yeah.
So basically with my mom, she was always pretty much the street behind us.
Gotcha.
Street behind us was so bad. It was like
Mm,
us, man, you know what I mean? It was the 90s.
gotcha.
So you know how the crack epidemic was in the 90s.
I wasn't around, but I didn't see snowfall and all I kind
Oh,
of got the
90s,
picture in my head.
bro, it was nuts.
Gotcha.
You feel me? Like at that point, it was just I think at its peak. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So really like I used to run out the back door because like she used to pop up because it was my great grandmother's house. So it was like the family house. That's where everybody in the family grew
Gotcha.
up because my great grandmother had 8 kids.
Okay.
So it was a lot of them, a lot of grandkids, a lot of.
Gotcha. Yeah, it sounded like my family in Louisiana, like a bunch of people, everybody kind of in one area.
Oh yeah. So, but what it was it was only a select few of us that lived there. My grandmother, one of my great uncles, my actual grandmother for a little while. Like my grandmother and my mom, they used to just like pop up,
Gotcha.
hey, and then go out the back door. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So as a kid, I was probably like 3 years old, maybe 3, maybe 4. So I'm like, okay, the back door, where's y'all? y'all coming in front
Yeah,
of me.
were you aware? Like, did you kind of know what was happening? Or like, what age did you start realizing? Like,
I had no idea for a long time, man. I actually like went over there, like I said, at 3 years old. I went out the back door. I went
gotcha.
in the alley because right behind us was a field from a house that was burned down.
All right,
So I went back there. Man, I'm standing around, dude. I'm talking about the whole block high. The whole block is high.
gotcha.
Like it's people just. I'm just standing there, like, and then
Uh,
somebody took me home and stuff like that. So my auntie adopted me because of the area, and you know what I mean, stuff like that.
trying to get you in a better environment and stuff. Was it? Did you move like far away from where you was?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We moved out to the suburbs. So
And
that was
also too, like paint the picture a little bit of Toledo because I'm not super familiar. Is it like more like a big city like or like, is it more like Katy or more like a city like Houston?
it's more like
Gotcha.
a town, a big town that you would consider a city.
Gotcha. All right.
So it's about 300,000 people. Okay, so this is how I actually calculated just moving here.
Okay.
300,000 people in the city of Toledo. Now, out of let's see, in black folks, it's probably maybe 100,000.
All right.
In my age range of black folks, it's probably 50,000.
Gotcha. So that's
So
how you doing the math.
in my head, I'm like, I feel like I've already tattooed about 20, 30,000.
Gotcha.
So
Just
it's
numbers wise, it's like you can only go so far with that many people.
yeah. And the thing about where I'm from, the crime rate is so bad
Mm,
because it's so small.
gotcha.
That like this is how little it is. It's not Katy little. It's not. There was two Walmart.
All right. Gotcha. That tell me. Gotcha.
So if you looking for your man and you need to go to Walmart, odds are at some point in time in that year, that nigga need to go to Walmart too.
Right.
And it's bad. So
Gotcha.
going out, it was one place to go to. It's still one place to go to. That's why I really don't go back.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, like during the you got adopted by your aunt and kind of like take me through that transition of like being in the hood, going to the suburbs, like, you know, missing family, I'm sure, like adjusting to being around different people, talk about that a little bit.
As a kid, as young, like I said, I was advanced, like super advanced,
All right.
like to the point where like my family thought that I was gonna be like a genius.
All right.
So like I said, riding bikes at 2. I used to do just the craziest stuff that you would never believe at such a young age. But
Sound like Cat Williams.
no, dead ass. Yeah. Dead ass, bro. Like
All right.
I like they put me in piano classes because my aunt bought a piano randomly. And my little sister was in piano class because she really wanted to play piano. But like I'm this type of person my knack is figuring shit out.
All right.
So you put something in front of me and I feel like it's a challenge. I feel like I gotta figure it out
Gotcha.
to the point where I start playing piano just by ear.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Just by ear, just hearing it and I can repeat it and do in the whole song.
So was that like your first kind of artsy thing you was into? Like the piano was the first thing you kind of put some time into as far as like arts and stuff?
Put the time into probably, yeah. Yeah.
All right. So you ain't never thought about doing music or like getting
Oh,
going that route?
I produce music. I'm on Fruity Loops and
All
all of
right.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But
So yeah, we'll kind of like get to the business stuff, but yeah, kind of paint. You moved to a new city. You how old at that time?
Well, it wasn't a new city. It was really the same city. It was just more towards the outskirts.
Okay.
It was cool. I met my one lifelong friend. He's actually a pastor now.
Gotcha.
You know? So and he married me and my wife too at my wedding. So
Okay. Yeah. You want to shout him out?
oh yeah, Israel Garrett. Yep, he in the Akron area, Akron, Ohio. That's where LeBron from and everything. But yep,
All
he
right.
from Ohio. He run a children's ministry and he does like a bunch of coaching and
Gotcha.
track star from Toledo, all of that. Yeah, that's my boy.
Gotcha. Shout out,
Yeah.
bro. So yeah,
So
you met
like,
him and everything. Like, kind of, what'd you get into? How was it adjusting and everything?
yeah, I'm from the city, so like I'm not having it, like not at all. So I'll come, slide and handle some little dirty work, whatnot, and we tight. So it is what it is. Other outside of that, it was nice because I got a chance to, feel happy for a minute. You feel me? Feel
Gotcha, like a kid.
yeah, dead ass. Like I really
Gotcha,
felt like yeah, I had a friend. That was my first friend. Like I didn't have a friend up until I was 7 years old.
gotcha.
You know what I'm
So yeah,
saying?
you went to high school out there too?
Yep. Okay. So, okay, it's a whole long story. Not long story, but
Yeah,
it's a, it's
give me the juicy parts.
okay. So basically, let me see where I can start at for real. Okay, I left the sixth grade. My auntie worked at one of my other aunties, like they were sisters. So,
Okay.
other auntie, she worked at this public school, Burndale. So Burndale was to me. I'm trying to get in there. The girls there. All of that.
That's
Like,
the school
man,
you
I'm
want to be at.
getting older. My sister there, my cousin going there. Like I'm thinking it's lit. So
Uh,
I get there in the seventh grade, right?
all right.
Now, mind you, my auntie that I live with, super religious, super religious. I mean, she is evangelist, teaching Bible studies, all of that. So I get into the public school. As soon as I get there, she like, cause we going to church in Michigan, 45
Okay.
minutes away in Detroit, or Southfield, right outside of Detroit. We going to church up there every Sunday. She like, they got a school. I really want you to go to that school. I'm like, man, I just got in the Burndale. I'm talking about my auntie, the teacher, been here for 20 plus years, got
Yeah.
clout. I feel like I can get away with shit.
This your, I feel
Yeah,
you.
man. So she like, just take the test for me. Just see how you gonna do. I really want you.
This like a private school she trying to get you to?
I'm talking private Christian in the school that's in the church.
Gotcha.
In the church. So I'm like, all right, go in, answer every single question wrong. Call me a week later, like, we need you to take the test again.
Like
I'm,
this was so bad you had to have tried to do this on purpose. So.
yeah, yes. So she like, you need to do it again. They convinced me. I went and did it again because now they mind trick me because now they think you this time. I'm like, all right, all right.
Gotcha. You tell a kid they can't do something, definitely.
I'm gonna do the exact opposite. Hey, honey.
Hmm.
Hey, honey. I'm on the phone, guys. Get you in a minute, okay? Go eat your snacks on the couch. But yeah,
Gotcha.
so boom. This time I do good, man. They decided to give me a scholarship
Okay.
and put me back a grade.
Okay. So it's some perks, but it comes with some downsides.
So now I'm back in the sixth grade.
All right.
Ain't wasn't nothing wrong with my grades, no nothing. But I did skip kindergarten.
Okay.
I went
Well,
straight.
how'd that happen?
I went to preschool. I was
All right.
way too smart.
Well, they just skipped you ahead.
They said first grade.
All right.
Like back in the 90s, bro. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And it was my age was that my birthday in October.
Gotcha.
So it's like you supposed to be certain age before November, but you know what I mean, type shit. So like you can start early or you could start late. I don't know if they started me late, but then was like, man, hell no, fuck kindergarten. You feel me?
Gotcha.
That was be a waste of time. But yeah, I ended up like a grade ahead of where I was supposed to be.
Okay. So you started this new one. They take you back a grade.
Now I'm at the same age of people in my class.
Gotcha.
I'm not the youngest no more. I was always young in my class.
Okay. So
But
yeah, how
now,
was this new school and everything?
first of all, nigga, I had braids. They said no braids, nigga.
Ah, well, they made you cut it, or you just had to do something different?
But I had to wear the fro.
That's crazy. So
I had,
you can have your hair out, but because it's braided, that's crazy.
bro, I had to, man, I was getting my hair braided on Friday, taking that shit down Monday morning.
That is crazy. So yeah, what else like, what else, take me through going over there because that's definitely crazy. So what else came with that?
Yeah, that was weird, bro. It was weird. It was weird because I was such an energetic and mischievous kid that man, and I
Yeah.
ain't trying to for real. You feel me?
Hmm.
It was tough, bro. It was tough. I had another lifelong friend that I met that hooked that was the one that teachers assigned him to me to you know what I'm saying
New
to show me
person.
this nigga just as fucked up as me. So
Gotcha.
they done did the wrong shit.
Gotcha.
They got clown for 3 years. You
Heard. All
and
right, so
three
yeah, gotcha. Okay, so yeah, like during high school and everything, did you have like a idea like what you wanted to do? Was drawing or anything in the mix at that time?
drawing drawing was heavy, bro, because like I said, I always did not pay attention. Let me put it like that. I did not pay attention in class, but I knew everything when it
Hmm.
came time for. But I didn't pay attention. I was drawing on stuff. I was drawing on myself, on my all my papers. On my I had little girlfriends and shit. I used to draw them shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Gotcha.
bro, I was just the creative person. Like,
So at that time, did you have an idea of like maybe I could do graphic design or like something like that or?
no, man. And back then, bro, like I never knew that you can make a living off of even being artistic. Like I knew you could be a painter, an artist, but like
Yeah.
I art museum when I was young. I used to have classes at the art museum. Like, and that's what I can say I give to my people, my people who raised me, my aunt, my uncle. Like they put me in that area, which is obviously great for what I'm doing now. But I still wish I would have been introduced to the possibility of a tattoo artist because I never knew that that was an actual job. Like, and then once I even started getting at it, I'm like, well, that's still not a job. You don't get a W-2, you don't get a
Hmm.
paycheck until I started learning about just obviously you can be a contractor, you can be a self-proprietor, you can get your LLC and just, you know what I'm
Realizing
saying?
there's other stuff outside of just getting a corporate job or
Yeah, like what? And it's just that's just something that definitely I want other people to know is that man, this the journey is long, but if someone that was me when I was in middle school knew what this could do, or if I had the idea of but I that this was a job.
that it was realistic that you could really get there.
Yeah, because I started off really my tattoo journey. I really give to Allen Iverson.
Really?
That's as far as I can go back.
All right. And then with the braids and everything, I got you. That makes sense. Yeah, in the
Yeah,
'90s, definitely that line up.
like that's just yes, that was like, and then you throw Wayne in there, and then later on when I was actually getting tattoos, you throw Wiz Khalifa in there. It was on the floor. Like,
Gotcha. So in high school, did you have like the idea of being a tattoo artist? Like you started thinking about it then, or like was it
oh
just go to college? Or like what'd you do right after?
yeah, so okay, in high school I played football. That was my thing.
Gotcha.
That was what I was consumed with. I ended up going Division 1, Bowling Green State University. You feel me?
All right.
But
You got it was a scholarship offer, you said?
yo, yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
But
What position you played?
I played slot receiver and corner.
All right.
So yeah, man, all state type shit. But
Heard that.
I, man, once it was done and over with on my senior year, I just start fucking up, man. I
Gotcha.
start.
Like realizing you're not going to the league, like
No, I was going to college. I'm talking about high school.
oh, all right.
In high school, like my senior year in high school. After that, like I just start fucking up because man, I start visiting a whole lot of schools and stuff like that. And then in my head, I'm like, I want to go to college, yeah, and I want to play football, but like at the same time, I want to kick it,
You going? It's literally a job. Like as a
Yeah,
student athlete, you have you got your school and a part-time job that you're doing.
bro. Like that shit gonna consume you for real, bro. Like I
Yeah,
know it. They was telling me my schedule, so I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
gotcha. So
But
did you end up taking the offer?
I did. But you got to think about it. So look at the timeline. Football season was over in what, November, December, like beginning of December. I get caught with a gun because so I tried out for the basketball team, made
All
the
right.
team, made the team, right? After I made the team, man, I was so salty I couldn't get the shoes that I wanted to hoop in for the season that I quit because I said I'm gonna get get a job and get whatever fucking shoes I want. You feel
Gotcha.
me? Basketball shit, I'm already going for football.
Gotcha.
So me thinking that, I don't know how, but somehow I end up just buying a gun. I don't know.
Okay,
I,
so you supposed to be looking for a part-time job, and somehow you got it.
young shit, bro. Just young.
Gotcha.
So I got a gun, bro. And my homie at the time, my white boy Danny, he had a little gun too. He had a little 22.
All right.
Basketball game coming up. I'm like, I'm going to the game. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to go to the game.
Yeah.
I'm going my way to the game. Got my gun with me. He got his gun on him. I stopped to get
On school premises.
not in that. Yeah, it was gonna be on school premises, but I
Gotcha.
stopped some money from my granny. You know, the one I said, yeah, that be they watching her or the area or what.
Dang.
Get some money from the gang, man. As soon as I pull off, police pull us over.
Dang. Okay, so you literally like wrong place, wrong time type of thing. Like,
Wrong time, bro. If I'd have had
mm,
$10, I'd have never needed to stop.
literally. All right.
Never
So what happened?
could because the game was out in the suburbs.
Gotcha. So yeah, what happened? Like you get picked up. What happened from there?
Man, they pat him down first because he the driver. Get to his jacket, pull the guns on him, come to me. They like, any more weapons in the car? I'm like, y'all ain't about to shoot me. It's one right under the seat,
Yeah,
nigga.
let me just get this up.
I'll
God.
be like, hey, it's one right under the seat. Fuck
Mm,
it. So yeah, we got booked that night. I was 18. Danny was 17, so he got booked as a minor.
gotcha.
This is my first time going to county now. Terrible.
So yeah,
It,
actually on that too, like talk about that too, because I feel like that could be helpful too. Just like kids, like the rap scene, the
oh
Ja
yeah.
Morant, like everything is kind of like
Oh yeah.
steering kids towards being super hard. Like talk about like trying to be hard, having a gun, and then getting
Oh
to a
yeah.
place where everybody hard. Like,
For sure. Hey, so I'm gonna go through the whole story and then say that at the end because
all right,
it is more. You feel
man.
me?
All right,
It,
go.
it, in a
I'm
six
gonna let
month,
you tell it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
bro, I was fucked up in a 6 month span, bro.
All right.
Like I'm guessing. I always call it just trying to find myself. I'm guessing,
Gotcha.
or at the same time, my auntie was dying. You feel me? Like literally, literally,
One that was
literally.
raising you,
So yeah. So I mean, maybe you can call it that. I don't know.
dealing with it.
Dealing with it, and then nobody seemed to care about what I had going on. You feel me?
Hmm.
Because of that, which I mean, I didn't care because
Yeah, but subconsciously as a kid though.
yeah, subconsciously, but I felt like I enjoyed the freedom. You feel me? But yeah, no.
Right.
So okay, I get booked, bro. It's December 23rd. I'm booked on carrying concealed weapon at 18 years old. I just turned
Days before
18.
Christmas.
Bro, 2 days before Christmas. As soon as I get up in there and get in a cell and they take me upstairs, I'm like, man, tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Like, ain't no way I'm getting out of here.
Right.
No way. Like, no absolute way, bro. So it was tough, man, going up in there. Like, it was dirty.
18, still in high school.
I'm 18, still in high school. I'm still trying to go to college. You know what I'm saying? I still got offers. I still got all of that. Like I still got a lot going for me all the way up until this point. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And it was, I don't know. I don't think I really thought about what I really had going for. I can't remember
The
that I really,
magnitude of it. Yeah.
yeah, like, "Oh, I got this." No, I was just like, shit, you know, because
Yeah.
everything was so always easy to me. And the things that came to me was like, so like,
Like
is
this
this,
supposed to be here. This gonna always be like this.
yeah, yeah, like
Uh,
hell yeah. So I can really do whatever I want. That was my thinking. Boom, that happened. Don't get me wrong, man. God works crazy, absolutely crazy. I go to sleep, I wake up, they tap me like, all right, it's time to go. I'm like, what?
the
Let
same.
me the next night,
All right, next day.
yeah, in the morning.
So
They let me,
this Christmas Eve, they coming.
yeah, yes. So what it was my grandma that I got the money from. She called the lawyer that she deals with. They called the judge that was on vacation in like Florida, bro. The judge sent the jail an order for a OR bond to just let me out on my own. Feel me?
Gotcha.
So yeah, like literally like that.
So literally like a chance encounter type of thing. Luckily, you was able to get out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
So they let me out that next morning. This was December 23rd. I'm so just happy to be out of there. You feel me? I only spent one night. I was expected to do way more than that, which I wasn't even prepared for real.
Right.
So I go back to, doing me. At this time, like I said, my auntie is still very much sick, like very, very much sick. So I started being at my sister's house, which she stayed in low incomes, out the way, bunch of shit going on over there, everything
Gotcha.
that's supposed to be going on. Her husband, I guess you can call it. Yeah, that was her husband. But her husband at the time was a very, very, very bad influence on me.
All right.
Very, very, very bad influence. So I used to ride with him. He lost his license, and I was so eager to drive shit at that age and I ain't had no car. He like, shoot, just take me wherever I need to go, and you can use my car.
Gotcha.
I did. I mean, I didn't know how crazy his adventures was, but
You
they
know
was
what you was getting into, but
no.
you gotta ride.
I had a ride though, nice Monte Carlo, man.
Gotcha.
But yeah, he was a Crip, man. So and he was a night owl too.
You
So,
just out in the streets all night.
oh my God, bro.
Gotcha. So take me through, we kind of got into the story and everything. Kind of take me to like when you start getting into tattooing and like, from there, like at what point, how many years from then out of high school and everything.
Okay, yeah. So to tell you that, I still have to kind of keep going too, because a few months after that, I had got into it with a guy, broke his like eardrum or stuff like that.
All right.
And with those two cases combined, it was nothing that they had to send me to jail. So I went to jail for a year. Yeah. So while I was there, I actually got a job before I got there, and I was at Bowling Green. So I went to school. I did not ever even go to work out or anything because of what I knew what was coming.
Gotcha.
So
So like you was kind of going through the court case and stuff, knowing
mhm.
that this probably not gonna work out, so you kind of just taking advantage of it.
Yeah, I'm like, well, so I ended up owing, money back from the scholarship and stuff like that. So
Gotcha.
um basically towards the end, I went through the whole college shit for that year. Towards the end, I went to court, told him a lie on my sentencing that I was still, handling school shit.
Hmm.
Then I didn't turn myself in. And then when I finally did, they was just like, well, you gotta just ride your whole sentence out. So that's what I ended up having to do. But while I was doing that, like I said, I had a job at this place called Midwest Tape. It's a Holland, Ohio. It's Midwest Tape. It's a private company. So CDs, DVDs, audio books to libraries.
All right.
So I started working there for a few months. That's when I went to jail. When I got out of jail, they immediately hired me back.
Okay.
Immediately. It's a private company, so they do whatever they want.
Well, real quick, just to touch on that too, because I feel like it's definitely maybe a gem or two in that situation. Like, give me like the day that you realizing like you about to have to do a year. Like, like finding that out, like preparing yourself, you know?
I was in denial, bro. I was in denial for a long time, even when I got there, because I did end up I turned myself in. I just didn't do it at the right time.
Gotcha.
I needed some more time. So when I
Yeah.
turned in, bro, it was I'm 18 years old. So in my head, I felt like I have to be a man. Like stand on the shit that, you know what I mean, you said in front of
Mhm.
yourself and handle your business no matter what. In my head, I knew in the back of my head at that time that God had me.
Gotcha.
Not I know in the front of my head, but in the back of my head, I kind of knew that, and I also knew that ain't no you can't run forever.
And
Yeah,
how long did you know you had a year, like, before you actually turned yourself in to go do it?
well, it was 6 months at first. So, like I said,
Gotcha.
it was 6 months. What he told me in my sentences was it was 6 months, but within 45 days, they was going to consider a release so I can get back to school by August. Now, if I would have really just turned my motherfucker self in and or actually finished instead of withdrew my classes to kick it for the last few weeks that I had out,
Gotcha.
you know what I mean? Like if I'd
Yeah.
have really stood on what I said, and that right there taught me a big lesson because like that was one of those ones where you can't argue it. You know what I mean? Like you
You
can't.
did what you did.
Yeah, I lied and I wasn't true to what I was talking. You know what I'm saying? Like even like because what it was bro, at sentencing, dog. Like I went in there, I did not want to go right at that second, bro. Like what? Y'all about to put cuffs on me right now? I had to think spot, bro. I was too good. Too good made me into a bad situation. Cause when I say I'm on the spot with it, like, and that's I'm quick. You feel me? Yeah.
Mhm.
That was
So
worth
take me
2 weeks,
through,
bro.
like,
For months.
all right, so yeah, take me through, like, we ain't gotta stay here too long. I just wanna kinda get a gem or 2 out of that. Like, take
Mhm.
me through, like, first day, like, you done turned yourself in, like, hey, you gotta go through processing everything. First day knowing that, like, I'm finna be here a while.
First day was tough, bro, because you didn't like I didn't even get to a dorm or a pod, bro, for like 2 days. Like I was just in a holding cell. you know. So it's concrete everywhere. You can't take no nap, not no good one, unless you leaned up against the wall of concrete type
Mhm.
shit. Yeah, the first couple of days was tough, bro, and then like. Once I got into the power with other people, it was still tough. It was older people, old people, young motherfuckers, all types of people. And I'm from Ohio, and out there where they had the jail at, it's like a big meth town and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all types of people. People withdrawn like in the middle of the night, bro. I remember my first night in the dorm, bro. I'm asleep and somebody woke up just completely like going crazy, bro, because on withdrawals, like, oh, man,
Yeah.
crazy, dude. I done seen somebody wake up at night, get stabbed with like 3 pencils, man. Dude, the bathroom, there's always people fighting in the bathroom. It's
So on
niggas.
that too, like, is there like you have any like because obviously it's different for everybody, but like do you have any tips as far as like somebody that like maybe you find yourself in a situation where you get pulled over, you've been drinking or something, and now you gotta do some time, like, some tips to kind of get through and be all right, you know?
Um, Number one is probably stay to yourself. Like, that's for sure what I did in the beginning. I'm a type of person that people gravitate to me. So
Don't get
I
involved too quickly.
I don't get it. No, people gravitate to me, and mostly it's because of my artisticness. Mostly, like what unspokenly is a lot of times about my artisticness. If we're in a place like that, because my idle time, that's what I'm gonna do. I can't
Gotcha.
help it. I gotta be artistic, whether it's something that I gotta build, play with, draw, something. So that I feel like people automatically like, he cool, he
He
cool.
don't bother nobody, he stay to himself.
He be drawing and shit. I need some shit drawn too, you
Gotcha.
know, type shit. That's what I was cool with. Outside of that, it's sports too. I play basketball, I play football, so like stuff like that. Like, but
Gotcha.
Staying to yourself for sure.
Any example of like somebody that maybe did it the other way, like coming in, getting in the mix too quickly and
Oh yeah,
realizing,
oh yeah. It's in there. You talk too much. If you talk too much, you a target. Like
gotcha,
straight up and down. Like you talking too. It don't even matter what you talking about. It don't. It could just be some jokey shit. It could be TV talk, movie talk, sports. You doing all of this talking.
too much. All right,
Yeah, no, I'm dead
I got
ass.
you for real. I feel you definitely.
You putting a target on your back for people to kind of like pick out what they don't like about you,
Gotcha.
type shit. So like
Uh-huh.
really just getting in there, like, man, pick up a Bible. That's my biggest advice. Get in there and go to the Bible studies in the churches. I stayed in them
Gotcha.
because I knew like at least I can get something out of this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not just
And then
sitting here wasting away. Like,
in a way, bro, I got my forklift license when I was in there.
all
I
right,
got what else? Another certification. I forget what the fuck it was. And then like little shit like parenting classes. I ain't even had no kids, bro.
gotcha.
I took
Just trying to keep your mind busy. I feel you.
I ain't had no fucking kids, bro. I took parenting classes. I took domestic violence classes. I ain't never been in domestic violence.
Gotcha.
I was 18 years old, nigga. I'm like, shit. I mean, I learned something though. At least I know in the future not to hit a
Yeah,
bitch. You feel?
gotcha. Okay, so on that kind of like last thoughts on that, like anything that I didn't touch on that you feel like you want to share about that to kind of help somebody or just touch on it all.
Yeah. Because right now I'm 32 years old, bro. Like I said, I went in when I was 18, man. I lost 1 year of my life. I lost stuff that I had invested in at a young age, a car, school, my education, my job that I had, a bunch, bro, like a lot. At the time, I hated it. At the time, I didn't understand why I was going through that, even though I was the one who did it. But when I look at it today, I give credit, a lot of the credit to that, a lot of it.
Like
Because
you
number
getting
one,
on the straight and narrow path.
yes, because yeah, that. And then like I didn't even have a work ethic at the same job that I had when I got out. You know what I mean? I didn't even have a work ethic when I went in there because once I went in there and I was sat there in that kitchen working 14 hours a day for free, you know what I'm saying? Months. And I sat there and thought about how much money I would have in that. Nigga, you doing 14 hours in this bitch for free. How you can't get outside and go do 12 hours, go do 8 hours that
Gotcha.
they ask day. They just asking you for 8 and you like, shit, I'll do this little 5, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. So
Type
definitely you would say like as much as it was like a bad experience, you feel like, it did help you kind of,
it helped.
find some motivation, get you on the
Oh,
right path. Like,
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cause on top of that, that put me in the mindset that I wasn't gonna be able to work or get a job. So it already started cranking some gears of the other things that possibly I could do.
gotcha.
And like time I was getting tattoos. So I was seeing I was giving tattoo artists my money. You know what I mean? When I went into jail, I had all of this, all of this, my neck. So I still looked at like, I probably maybe should have been in there a little bit, but
Mhm.
yeah, like
So
that kind
yeah,
of helped me blend in shit.
gotcha. So yeah, kind of like, kind of take me through like initially getting your first set of, tattoo equipment, where the idea come from and kind of like, the first few clients you had.
Okay, so I was working at that job, Midwest Tape. I started there in 2011. I was there for 6 years until I stopped. But
All right.
I 2011, man. Like I said, I was getting tattoos. It was a private company, so every time I came in with a new tattoo, everybody was just like, "Oh, that's nice." You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't getting no scrutiny about it, no backlash, no negativity, no nothing. It's all,
All right.
it's all positive feedback. So like being in a workplace and them letting you do that, like it gave me all the confidence in the world that to look like this, obviously. But as I was working there, I worked in a warehouse. What we did was we grabbed DVDs, CDs, processed them, send them to libraries, basically.
Oh.
So I was doing that. I was the top of the list all the time. Everything I've ever did, bro, I'm top of the list.
I hear you. For sure.
To the point where they like, we gotta move this nigga.
For sure.
No, dead ass. So that's pretty much what happened after I had my son. In 2013, I had my first child. Then after that, I started just pushing myself, pushing. And once I started pushing, I'm getting tatted every now and then I'm getting a tat. Cause I had this guy named Brandon Stackman, rest in peace. I gotta shout out my boy, Brandon Stackman.
Bro.
That was my dog. He passed away in a motorcycle accident. Right down the street from my shop that I opened up in Toledo, Ohio. Feel me? He used to pull up on me, tattoo me all the time, man. And I owe everything to him because
Rest in peace.
Hell yeah, everything that I do. Because when I sat there at my table while I was working at Midwest Tape and he pulled up, and I remember, I'll show you this right here, this Jordan tat right here.
All right.
That was the beginning of it. I sat that time when I got that and I sat and watched. I watched the whole time. And the whole time I'm thinking, man, I can do that.
Okay, so that's where the seed came from.
I'm like, you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing shit, but
Gosh.
what I do on a piece of paper, bro.
Yeah.
I just gotta learn how to do it like how you doing it.
Okay, so yeah, how'd you kind of, did you like shadow somebody, take an apprenticeship or YouTube?
Oh, nothing, bro. Nothing. I'm gonna tell you. So as soon as he left from doing this tattoo, I'm talking about when he opened his car door, nigga, I was on Craigslist.
All right.
I'm on Craigslist trying to find a tattoo machine. Find a tattoo machine. Mind you, I'm broke still. I'm talking broke. My checks is $240 a week. Making. Bro, I had okay, so you're a little young. But back then, they had the big old in-dash touch screens that you put in the cars and take out.
Oh, the little navigation thing?
Yeah, the big one. They play the DVDs and all of that.
All right.
I had one of them sitting in my house. It was my boy's, man. He left it at my house for like 2 months. I'm online with the Craigslist dude. I'm like, hey man, I got this TV. You feel me, for the car? I mean, I'm like, what you trying to?
Oh, you did a deal.
Man, the deal went through, bro. I came right back. I did a tattoo on my leg. It said first tat. I didn't know what to put.
All right.
It say first tat.
I feel you,
bro. Yeah, not creative at all. But
it's like the start of the journey, though. You can still show that as a tattoo artist, like.
Yeah, I had to see how it felt, like what it was like. So I did that. I started doing some shit all on my arm, all up here. And then people start asking me, like the people that I was close to for sure. And then I stayed in an apartment building, other people in an apartment building. I used to play basketball a lot. I used to be everywhere when I was little. So people just ask me, like, damn, who do your tats? I'd be like, me.
So learning like actually learning to shade and the lines and all that, was you like on YouTube or literally just like learning as you go? Like
learning as I go, bro.
Okay.
This is 2012.
Gotcha. So yeah, kind of take me through like as you getting people asking and stuff, like, what was like the first tattoo you did on somebody else and like the first one that somebody paid for?
Well, the first one someone paid for, I started getting paid immediately.
Okay, from the first one?
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That was my first tattoo.
You said how much?
100.
All right.
Yep. A horrible tattoo. I'm talking. I'm up. I still got the picture, bro. That thing is horrible, bad.
Okay, so first tattoo 100, like at that point it was bad. Did anybody see that, or like, did that have any effect on anything?
I mean, I posted it and everything. Like, your perception, like, this is one big thing about tattoo artists. Your perception always changes. Always. What you see now isn't going to be what you see later. I go back from now and look at my work and I'd be ashamed of myself.
That's like, I feel like that's like an artist journey in general, or like an entrepreneur journey in general. Like once you learn stuff, is like everything you didn't know prior is like, what was I doing?
What the hell was I doing?
Right. So yeah, how did you kind of like like at that point, was it only friends or like how did you kind of start marketing yourself, at that point?
It was literally only friend, literally, because I did not have the confidence. And now, the biggest thing about tattooing is confidence. So once I started being confident in it, it came a lot easier. It came a lot less stressful. Like tattooing is really a really stressful thing to do. Like
Gotcha.
really, really stressful
It was like
because
surgery, like.
yeah, it's like
Mhm.
you considered like a nurse, bro. Like you sticking motherfuckers with needles, but then at the same time, I gotta be an artist, and at the same time, I gotta make sure you clean, and at the same time, I gotta give
Mhm.
you feel me, like
Gotcha.
so. It's it's tough and it's super stressful, man. I smoke a lot of weed, bro. A lot
Whatever you gotta do to keep your mind good, man. I feel you.
of it. Like, and so basically I had to kind of train myself and teach myself. It's like breathing techniques and stuff like that. When you under that light, looking at the same thing, so much as for long periods of time, like it's like you got to have some type of meditation method,
Gotcha.
within. Hell yeah. But so I was really just back to what I was saying. It was just really just people around me.
Yeah, and kind of
I
lead this into like the first kind of marketing thing you did to like put yourself out there.
got you. Cause at the time I was, like I said, moving up in the company. So I picture myself as a company person.
Okay.
Uh I was able to go to Catholic schools and shit like that in high school. So, I was kind of able to talk, able to, you know what I mean, communicate. And
You do both kind of thing.
yeah, yeah. So I'm like, okay, I can do this because I'm also very literate in computers. So basically, that when I had got hired back at the place, man, they could change the whole computer system, which was bad. Put me on the same level field as everybody else is horrible because, especially with technology, it's a wrap.
Gotcha.
It's a wrap. So I excelled over everybody because I knew everything about the computer system that no one knew, that only the supervisors knew, the only they could check and only they could correct and all of that, to the point where they're like, well, this nigga can manipulate the entire system now. So we got to move him somewhere else.
Gotcha.
That's really the supervisor stopped helping people because I was helping everybody. So they moved me to IT.
Okay.
Started making, like I told you, it was 240 a week. Now I'm making 1100 a week.
Okay.
Okay.
Like that's like a stable job. You got like.
Yeah, and this is within, it was like 2.5 years or so.
All right.
Now I'm making a bachelor degree. I needed a bachelor degree to be back there, but I was in within the company. So
Gotcha.
so now I'm making really good money. And
All
then
right.
on top, I could work overtime and all of that. So tattooing is like my money that I thought I was gonna get from the check. I want to make up $200 or $100, or I got some shoes coming out this
Gotcha.
weekend, or
It was a side hustle thing.
side hustle. So after just being back there and doing that for 3 years, man, there was no elevation for me.
So you did 3 years in IT?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
And there was no elevation. I had worked myself all the way up seniority, all the way to the point where I am the next man in line.
Gotcha.
But they wanted to switch stuff up, bring females in and stuff like that. So they
Diversity and everything.
they did all of that, did some little funny stuff. And at this time, now I'm throwing parties and stuff at my house. I'm now dealing with other people. So now, like, people really know I tattoo.
Gotcha.
And it's people that really want to come and get tattooed. So now it's to the point where it's like, okay, it's obvious they playing me up in here now.
It's been 3 years. You're not really going no higher.
It's obvious. So then they took overtime off the table. Then they took the extra incentives off the table at this job because of another employee fucking up, doing something. Nothing that had nothing to do with me. But
Gotcha.
they took what I was benefiting the most off of, which is the overtime.
Gotcha.
So my check went down to $450 a week, bro. Man, when I say I didn't last 1 week getting that $450,
You quit immediately?
immediately I thought I can make more than that in 1 week sitting at home, even if I charge dirt cheap.
Gotcha. So all right, so
Even
you
dirt cheap, I can make
gotcha.
more.
Okay, so yeah, you quitting everything, and I got another one at like 11:45, so I'm gonna try and rush through a little bit.
I,
So all right, so you quit and everything. You
I
realize
quit.
like you could probably make more. Like you start tattooing people. Like
Yeah.
at that point was everything word of mouth, or like kind of give me like the first consistent thing you was doing to get people.
Okay. The first thing was I went on Facebook. I already had somewhat of a Facebook following in my city. When I went on Facebook, said, "Hey, I got 20 slots open Monday through Friday. 5 slots per day. Well, 4 slots per day.
Okay,
Whatever
gotcha.
you." That was
Okay,
my week. My very first week not working. I grabbed me
gotcha.
some, set my music up, set me a little spot up in my dining room, and had them coming in like clockwork Monday through Friday for that first week. Made me $1,000
Immediately.
immediately. I felt
Crazy.
like absolutely nothing. Like at the end of the week, I really felt like I did nothing because I'm still learning.
Gotcha.
So that right there already, I was like, oh yeah, well, all I gotta do is keep on advertising.
Figure out how to get this to work
Yeah.
consistently and everything.
Yeah. So that's really what it was. I want to say I quit in May of 2017 by tax season. So like February-ish. Okay, so put it like this. I was looking at this chain, bro. For like 3 years, I was sitting at that desk. For 3 years, I was looking at that chain at that desk, bro, trying to figure out when I want to have the financial flexibility to go ahead and
Uh,
grab it. I quit in May. I grabbed the chain by February.
okay.
And
So during that time too, like take me through, because like the Facebook thing worked. Was it just Facebook from that time, or did you do anything else like business cards or anything?
but it was only Facebook, man. So I made a Facebook group, okay? Like on Facebook, like this is back then. I don't think you can really be effective with them nowadays, but
Gotcha.
you kind of can't. So I
I have
made
to
a
tweak it a
group.
little bit.
Yeah. I made a group. Then I made a post and I said, share it, like it, comment, and add 2 people to this group to win a free tattoo.
Gotcha. Like giveaway.
Giveaway. No, bro, real talk. When I got here, I ain't know a soul. I did not have one person to tattoo, bro. I started completely over just like then. And you know what I did? The same fucking thing.
In the group still though?
Didn't do a group. I just posted on my Instagram, free tattoo. Shit, share it. And,
Okay.
and and the thing about it was the timing that I did it here. It was on Christmas Eve.
Mm,
So I looked up Christmas Day, dude, and I had 2,000 people in my inbox.
that's crazy.
2,000.
It's a gym.
Like that, bro. And that's just
Okay.
when I decided to promote out here. I didn't the whole time I was here from August to December, I just chilled. And then I flew back to Toledo and did my tattoos for like 4 days. And I came back out here and chilled for the rest of the month.
Gotcha. So because even though you said your first tattoo you got paid, like start like doing the giveaway thing, like you would say like today currently that's like still a good thing to try. Like,
Man, if I posted right now on my story who want a free tattoo,
gotcha,
I would do one free tattoo and I would get paid so much money after that
gotcha.
off of offering
Mm-hmm.
tattoo and making it that you have to display, you have to show your people what I'm saying for you to even be considered in a free tattoo.
Gotcha.
So it's like, what is it to share your shit for me to get a free tattoo? A
Right.
push button, that's it. And
Okay,
I
so
really giving them out. Like I did like fucking 40 free tattoos.
definitely, and definitely like a girl that I had on earlier this week, she did Saturdays where I think it was like $10 Saturdays, or like if you could get in by this time, I'll do your wig or whatever for $10 or something. To
Man,
where it's like, you only may do 4 or 5 of them, like you said, and then all week people was like, "Are you still doing that?" Like, no, but you could book.
exactly. Yeah, bro. It's
Right.
to this day, it's still people that I never replied to because I could never reply to over 2,000 people, man. But if you're serious, you're gonna hit me back again. Like, and
Hmm.
that's how it's been shit, even over the past year. people, I see that they did hit me up about that, but now they hit me up just, because they know that I do tattoos.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
I moved.
So all the following you got now came literally in these last few months since you've been here.
Mhm,
That's dope. And
mhm.
also too, like for motivation and everything, like kind of give like what you was making when you first quit your job. Like that
Oh,
first, you said you made like 1,000, kind of like give me
mhm.
that, from then to that February when you got the
Okay.
chain and everything, like,
Yeah. So
like around what you was doing.
By February, I was making about 2,000 a week.
Okay.
It was around there, maybe a little. It was about 2,000 a week, sometimes a little less. I still got my books all the way from back then, bro. It's just crazy. Like
Gotcha.
every calendar, every book writing I got, bro, I got it all the way from back to 2017.
And
But
also too, just another thing too, like early on when you first started, like give
mm,
somebody like, some motivation, like what's like a good month that you had where like, people might not expect you to be making this kind of money from tattooing, but you could really, do well for yourself.
well, this let's see, last year, I didn't say last year, the year 2020 during the pandemic, I made and shoot,
Jesus Christ.
this
Off tattooing.
this January and February, let's see, January I made 16,000, February I made 17,000. This
Damn,
month so far, I think I'm at 15,000.
damn, man. Congrats on that, bro. That's like to me, like that's a blessing, and like people may not realize that like that's realistic, like that's kind of why I'm doing this
Yeah,
show, because it's like for me getting out of high school, I kind of only really knew the path of like I
yeah,
want my grades to be good so I could get into school somewhere and I'll figure it out from there. But had I known there was options like tattooing where you could make that kind of money, like I might not have went into debt and did all of that to figure it out. I might have spent some time. You get me?
right, right. Yo, I went to Miami. I got a tattoo in Miami on Ocean Drive. On my
Okay.
hand, dollars for a name. It's not good. It's actually
Okay.
horrible. Paid $100, but within talking to them, they're telling me like down there, they like, well, we'll be happy to go home with $300 in a day. That's a great day. And I'm looking at them like, really, 300? I can get that
Right.
off of tattoo. You're
Right.
like okay, but that made me realize that because he's like, man, you make more money than a celebrity tattoo artist, and I'm like, well, how was that? But at the same time, I noticed that other tattoo artists don't tattoo as much as me, and I know that. I know that because I know how much I really tattoo. If I really flip through my books for you, bro, I go through at least 4 people a day,
And
every
on
single.
that too, like you're making that kind of money without tattooing celebrities at all. Like,
No, I don't know. I tattoo 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds. They all young right now. Out here, my clientele here is really young. I don't know how. I think it's my stuff went around somebody's either high school or graduated or something like that.
gotcha.
Whatever it is. But it's a lot of older younger kids in their 20s, or to be a parent bringing a 17-year-old, you know what I mean? Something like that. So
Gotcha.
like I have my older clientele, of course, you know what I'm saying? That's how I tattoo in the mornings and all of that. But
Gotcha.
it's a mixture, man, and that's what I moved out here for. I moved out here for, the sky is the limit type of clientele, because every time I do one tattoo and they walk out, somebody else wants one. They want to know who did
Mm-hmm.
it. They eager to know who did it. And then once they tell them the price, it's even better because I brought my prices from Ohio to here. You know what I mean? I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay with making the same amount of money if there's more
Right. A
clientele.
bigger pot.
Yeah, you got to understand that it's okay to take less if you get more clientele. And that's where I've excelled at over years and years and years of tattooing past everybody else's, because you're going to charge the big price and they're not going to come back as often. But I'm going to charge a littler price and they're probably going to bring me some more money at the end of the week. So you really got 500, but I got 700. And at the same time, I work fast. So, it's only 2 hours of my time
Mm-hmm.
that I make $300.
Mm-hmm.
I got a full day. You know what I mean? I have absolutely nothing else to do.
Gotcha.
To be
That's
honest,
dope, bro.
I really have nothing else to do, and now I've understood that that's my favorite pastime is just to secure myself and to make money
So,
and to keep on my craft. Because outside of that, I'll probably be sitting watching TV, which is not productive at all.
right. And definitely, so you would definitely say like you enjoy what you do, like you could see yourself doing this another 10 years, like
Another 10, maybe not like the way I do it. Like I said, I tattoo more than any other tattoo artist I have ever met.
gotcha.
Okay. So what I would like to do is one tattoo a day. That would be amazing. If I can do one every few days, that'd be amazing. But I don't want to. I'm a people person. I'm for the people in this tattoo game. I'm a former person who loved getting tattooed that did not want to pay them crazy prices, and
Gotcha.
it fit well with me charging crazy prices to people where I know that I wouldn't pay for a tattoo. So
Right.
I would just like to financially put myself in a position to where, I can do a tattoo or two a week, and that'd be
Gotcha.
amazing. Oh, and then yeah, hell yeah, I do it till I'm 55, man.
Heard that. All right, and then just because you done gave me some of the good stuff, like because it is there's a bunch of upside to being an entrepreneur, but also
Yeah.
give like some of the cons, like you can make good money, but also like it come with this
Also,
too, you know.
you definitely have to be a people person. You can't be one of those people who lose a temper, or you definitely have to look people in their eyes and be straight up, because people will try to, as an entrepreneur, like how you'll ask me for the deal but won't go and Target and ask for the deal. Like, it's stuff like that. You have to be really firm on, like, as a business person, I feel like you should definitely create a alter ego,
Okay,
because that alter ego is going to be strictly business orientated and it's not going to take any shit, but still have your personality to the point where you're likable. People like you, but they just know that you're all about your business, because people will try to get over.
gotcha. Yeah, on that too. Like, do you have like something to kind of like prevent cancellations or like protect yourself in that way? Because it's like if you have somebody booked and they cancel, you could have been making money in that time, like.
Well, I take my deposit. My deposit is only $25, which is reasonable enough for you to know that I'm not no scammer.
Gotcha.
$25 ain't nobody worried about losing. I'm not worried about making either, but I do want you to feel some type of need to make that appointment.
Gotcha. So you would recommend having a deposit like fee
Oh,
or something.
always. I won't even look towards the door. I won't
Gotcha.
even feel like I won't even make myself available at home. I won't even be there if I didn't get a deposit. That
Gotcha.
is because of the years of time being wasted. And
Gotcha.
if you start off like that, it's great, or you can go through the experience like me and really get stressed out over shit like
Right.
that. We're supposed to make the money. Nowadays, I make where I don't care if you don't show up,
It ain't gonna hurt you. That one missed appointment not gonna hurt.
not at all.
Gotcha. Okay. And then anything else you want to touch on that maybe I didn't touch on as far as the tattoo stuff, business wise or anything?
I mean, any other cons about it's just time management is key. That's probably the biggest thing ever, is time management. Being an entrepreneur will force you to manage your time properly. Because if not, you will find yourself, oh man, really stressed out
All
over
over the place.
stuff that you did that you didn't make sure.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's why I keep my calendar. That's something that I always have to have, so I know what I'm doing. I write everything down. Writing everything down is the best thing you can do, because even putting it in your enough, but writing it down in a calendar and you seeing that, and your eyes, and you know that you wrote that with your hand. Hey man, that's something that's gonna stick with you when it's time for stuff to be done.
Heard that. Gotcha.
Another thing, I was a big cash person. Now I'm a bank person. I still love my cash, but I've been learning how to just put my cash in the bank so I can verify what I need to as I need to, my income, and then still understand where my money is going to. Because once you're dealing with all that kinds of money, like, plenty times where I made 10,000 in a week, and then I'm looking at $3,000, and then my rent is 2,000.
Can't figure out where it went.
I can't figure it out.
Gotcha.
So because it was all cash and it was just me doing stuff, and I don't know. So
definitely.
yeah, so stuff like that, yeah, being just organized, time managed, educate yourself on the things that's necessary for your profession, so that you can be the genius when it's time to talk about your area. You know what I mean? Be a genius in your area. That's really all it is, man. You can really do whatever it is you want.
Heard that. All right, so yeah, to wrap up the show, and definitely that was, you gave some gems throughout all this, definitely. But yeah, just to wrap up the show, I like to have every guest shout out somebody, another entrepreneur that they know in the area that's, working for themselves or trying to get something going.
Okay, yep. I got an entrepreneur. It's a barber. His name DZ did that.
All right.
Yeah, my boy Trey. He's a great barber. He's over here in Cypress, Texas. He getting it on his own. I think he just started barbering about maybe 2 years ago now. So he on his beginning journey. Somebody that I've been just kind of coaching along the journey, because it is a long, long journey. Like, but that's journey is something that you really have to embrace, like, wholeheartedly with your whole life, because that's the only way to work out. And as long as you really keep on pushing at it and never stop doing it, it definitely works out.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely shout out to bro. And then last thing, one or two pieces of advice for a high school junior or senior that's, maybe getting out of school, they don't really know what they want to do, or they plan on just going to college and figuring it out. Just some advice to kind of help them, get on the right path.
Well, yeah, man. When it comes to college, if college seems like it's you, I encourage everyone to do it. If college is you. Now, there's people where college is not them, okay? And that is perfectly fine. So it's certain things that you have to go to college to do, obviously. If you want to be this doctor, if you want to be this, if you want to be that, and you know the process and the journey, it's all the same. Everyone's journey is different, but it's the same. You have to go through the steps that it takes for you to actually get there. So if you think about going to college, if you think that it's a good thing, if you know that it's something that you need, obviously, yes, do what you have to do to be the successful person that you really want to be. Go through the necessary loops and holes and whatever it is, pay the money, whatever it is, take the loans out, just do it, because that's what's ultimately going to make you happy, is at that end of that road. No matter how long the journey is, how tough it is, you'll see that in the end that journey was not that tough. It was actually something to really praise over. But if college is not for you, there is so much more that you can do. I'm talking so much more that you can do, that to the point where it's sometimes I feel like I wish I was more than one person, so that I can explore,
try all the different stuff,
try all of them, like, really. And it's about literally dedicating yourself to one thing. A lot of people be all over the place, trying this, trying
to multitask and everything.
Yeah, you can't really do that. You can't, and because it takes away from the focus of the one thing that is really going to work out. Okay, so you really have to have that vision. You have to have the vision and the faith, and to see it already before it is even done. So you have to have that feeling that whatever it is that I'm pursuing, that I already know that it's going to work out. I already know that, you know what I mean? So you have to pursue it with the attitude that this is you, and this is your life, and this is what you're going to make out of it. You know what I mean? So college don't have, you can get right on YouTube and learn whatever it is that you need to do to perfect your craft, or whatever skill or whatever area that you want. You can take marketing classes, not even classes. You can get all of these tips, all of this information on YouTube and in different areas for you to thrive a business. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Even to fund it, you know what I'm saying? You can get your LLC. You can get a $10,000 trade line on it, pay on it for 5-6 months, and then your business credit is so good that they give you credit cards for you to go and fund your business. You know what I mean? It's so much that you can do. You don't have to have a car in your name. You can go and get a car right in that with your EIN from that LLC. You know what I mean? It's
Mm.
certain you can do that. It's so many loopholes, man. But sitting on your ass is not gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. You have to get up, get out. You got to be around the right people. You got to open your mouth because the power of the tongue is powerful. You have to speak everything into existence. Your mind has to stay on it, and you have to push and give everything you have towards it.
I heard that. Yeah, man, that was a good word. Appreciate it, bro. And definitely go
No
ahead and
problem.
tell people where they can find you if they want to work with you or get a tattoo or anything.
Oh yeah, man. Anytime, man. You
Oh
said
yeah,
where?
yeah. Give me
Where?
your socials and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. It's sprayed ink. You see it behind me. It's probably flipped and whatnot, but heavily tatted. I'm on Instagram. 3T's HEA. On Facebook, I'm Leno Cuz or Leno Brown now. I had to change that, you know what I mean? More professional. Leno Brown, LENOBROWN. You know, part-time comedian on there. So go ahead and check me out, get a couple laughs. I post my work, I post everything. I post where I'm gonna be at. I travel from time to time. So anytime in another state, in another city, I'm here, I'm there. I'm in Virginia next month. I'm back in Florida next month. So, you know, time anybody need me, I'm anywhere.
Gotcha, definitely. So yeah, if you watching this, listening to this, if you got anything from it, you know, felt like you got a gem or anything you want to support, definitely follow his page, go tap in with him, check out some of his stuff. And if you enjoyed this, hit a like, you know, hit the like button, give me a follow, subscribe. You know, it'll help with the algorithm and everything. And
Yes,
my
sir.
name is Tyree. This has been another episode of the Green Seas Podcast. Appreciate you for coming on, bro.
So, bro, appreciate you, man.
Definitely. And
Bet.
yeah,